recording. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my intraday / day trade setups. It's already funny because a lot of the setups I've already been looking for have already moved since like Tuesday. But still, that doesn't mean that I can't mark up and show what I'm looking at the market currently. So let's go ahead and get started with the DXY. And so what I'm currently looking at for the DXY is that price did, in fact, let me go to the daily time frame. There we go. So, and I usually don't trade with trend lines, or I usually don't draw trend lines out, but I just been using it just for visual representation. But so price has been respecting this trend line. So it touched once, twice, 3 times over here, but then it broke through it. And then it also broke through this daily zone that we can see right here that price was respecting for a little while. On Sunday, I did mention that I wanted to see price retest this and then keep going bullish to the upside, which I still do believe is going to happen. And from this impulsive move that we have right here, if I draw out my Fibonacci tool, it goes right into the 50% Fibonacci level, which, as most of us know, as most traders know, that's like basically the retest of a broken zone. The 50% is usually a retest of a broken zone. So when I see that prices like this broken zone that DXY did have, it came back and they're going to retest it, and then it's going to go to the upside. That's what I'm thinking it's going to do. And so far, that's exactly how it's playing out. So that's cool. Not really going to look at it on arbitrage. Well, yeah, why not? Go to the 1 hour again. Then go on to arbitrage over here. Get rid of that. Okay, and then so I'm going to go on to the 4 hour time frame on the arbitrage, just to, because I already know that it's gone bullish and it's already made that bullish move, just to see how that lines up. So we do have on the 4 hour time frame that sell call, which it gives further confluence that I do believe that price is going to keep dropping. I do probably expect, let me get my annotation tool. I do probably expect price to come back up a little bit this morning and then drop. Like I mentioned, I would rather price come over. Oops, that is terrible. Clear all drawings. What I'd rather is what I want to see is for price to come over here and retest this at the arbitrage mean line in the middle, so it could bounce off of there, then continue on to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for on on the DXY. Don't want to go overdose on the analysis, and there is still a possibility that price can respect where it's currently at and then keep going to the upside, but I do have my doubts on it, especially with arbitrage giving this sell signal right here. So yeah, definitely going to be watching for that, for the continuation sell. And so US dollar pairs, I'm still expecting them to go bearish, while like EURUSD, GBPUSD, AUDUSD, I'm expecting them to go bullish. Okay. Love what I'm seeing off of EU right now. Same thing. This candle, once it closes, if it closes bullish like this, that is going to close with that with the buy. And so that is definitely what I want to see on EURUSD. Go ahead and go on to the naked charts real quick. Get that out of here and then unhide that. So I've been in this trade since Sunday evening. Currently, price is almost towards our TP. I think I'm going to take partial profits here once I get off of the call. So currently right now, Price is up about 80 pips. That's cool. I'm going for a total of like what, 100 and I think I said it was 120 pips. Yeah, about almost 120 pips, right? For it to come back up to this zone right here, then continue on to the downside. So really, I mean, if price does come and do something like this, then maybe I'll add another entry. Although I have my doubts that it'll come that low. If it comes and retest this, and then I'll probably add another entry to climb up over here, right? If it comes back down to like 1.16800, then I'll go ahead and get into another buy entry. But as of right now, I don't really see it. And as you guys can see from this move where price came down to the 61.8 to the 71, it's already came up and hit its extension, right? So that's why you've seen that price is giving this rejection so far right now, because it's already came and hit this extension. That's why I mentioned that I'm going to be looking to take more profits, because now, like I said, price can potentially come back down, drop down to this zone, and then go bullish. But I'm not watching for that right now, you know? So that is for EURUSD on the regular charts. Hide that. Overall, though, EU is still very bearish. We're like counter trend trading this right now. But I'm still, like I said, I'm still very much selling this, because I mean, even with arbitrage calling for this sell, that's exactly why I want to continue. Like, that's why I just want to take price to upside real quick and then continue selling it, because it is still very much bearish. And if you guys can see here, oh, what the heck? There you go. You guys can see the zone right here, right? So price can very well, what I would really want price to do is just come up to like 1.17650 or 1.1800 and then continue to the downside. Because usually, you guys know my setups for arbitrage, how I take them is usually, okay, got that push down, retest, continuation to the downside. So I'm going to be watching for that on EU. Well, still watching it for EU, but it's going according to plan. Let's go on to GBPUSD. Go on to the naked charts. Okay. So GU is still consolidating from yesterday, and I still needed to come, well, hold on. Let me let that out. There we go. So I still want price to come back down to 1.28100. That's where I want to get it to my my sell position, but price has been rejecting off of this 50%. I might be inclined to add a position here, honestly speaking. I might add I'm kind of iffy on adding a position right here right now, but I do know that this 50% mark sometimes does really get respected, especially since price did come back down to the 61.8 already. But I still, like, my main position that I want personally is at 1.28100, and I want to take it up to at least this 1.29909 area, or even to the 61.8 extension. That's what I'm really looking for on this GBPUSD move. So this is my setup. My stop loss, I'd probably put it like around right here. So a little bit of a swing. It's not an intraday trade, is more like maybe a day trade, because we all know that GBPUSD could move when it really wants to. So this could happen between now and Friday, or it could happen between now and literally tomorrow. So again, I want this to happen. This is what I'm looking for. I want price to come down here and then boost up to the upside. That is what I am looking for in this trade. Let me change this. Template buy. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for on G. So I'm not in this yet, but like I said, I wouldn't doubt for price to respect this 50% and then come up here or even come up to these recent highs. I wouldn't doubt that, and especially since it's retesting this, it's basically respecting this zone that you can see that price is once used as a resistance or support. So yeah, wouldn't be surprised if this pushed up to the upside. But nonetheless, I could probably, like I said, I'll probably add a third of my position here, and then I'll add like 2/3, like the rest of my position down here. And so if this 1/3, if that's the only position I have, I'm totally fine with that because I'm still making money. All right, and let's see what it looks like on arbitrage real quick. Take off the drawings. So likewise with GPU, with EURUSD, GBPUSD is selling, but you guys, like I mentioned, you guys know how I usually like taking my arbitrage setups is I get the down push, I want the retest, and then a continuation. But as for the GBPs right now, they did. I mean, GBPUSD did drop for like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It dropped for like probably like 3 weeks in a row. So retracement is needed, you know. Let me go on to the 4-hour time frame. Yep, 4-hour called for the buy. It's respecting that mean line, which so happens to be the 50%. It's already came up and tapped here, but I do want to see it come up to like I mentioned, the 1.29 800th area, or even 1.300. I wouldn't be mad if it came up to the 2 deviations and then started to drop. So watching out for that on GU. And yeah, so probably, like I said, probably going to add that position. Let me do that actually right now. So EA still doing numbers. That's good. So like I said, I'm going to probably put like just a third of my position here. And then I'll put a buy limit at that 1.28 100th area. So buy, and then same stop loss and everything. And if anybody needs to see it again, just let me know. Okay, AUDUSD, already calling for that buy. I might get into that, but I don't like how it looks on that 1 hour, so maybe not. But yeah. I should have probably got into this on Sunday because it's going according to plan. It's broken through this structure, so I definitely do believe that it's going to keep going higher. But I'm just going to go with the game plan. Just like all the other USD pairs, right? Just follow the game plan and see what's good. I want price to come up to, like I mentioned, I have 50% level. Definitely see price coming to respect here, then dropping, but preferably I'd like the 71% fib off of this impulsive move to the downside. So yeah, 71 fib, drop down to create lower low. That's what I'm expecting on AUDUSD. Come on to arbitrage real quick. Already got the 4-hour buy. The 1-hour buy called yesterday. I'm more than certain. And so yeah, I'm like, hold on, let me pull this up. and see where it lines up with. So the 61.8 lines up with the mean line, while the 71% is a little over the mean line. So that's cool. Like it's just in that general area. And I'm more than certain that AU, yeah, it's at the mean line on the daily time frame. So we might see some turbulence right here on AU, but I still want it to come up like at least up to 0.71600, but 0.7200 would be money, like right over here. That would be cash. Because I'm sure you guys see, well, not sure, but you guys see that the price is coming back and retested this broken structure. Well, even I'll move this out a little bit more. Clear all drawings. You want to do that if you want to look at it like this. Broken the structures, retesting it. So possibly see some type of resistance here, but I do, like I mentioned, I'm still, what I said is what I'm looking at. I'm not really changing that analysis really. I don't feel like there's a, look at, yeah, then that matches up with the RSI line if it goes to that 71. So that's perfect. That's exact. Let me come on over and do this. So yeah, coming to that 71% fib and then continue to the downside, that's my like a perfect setup for me on the arbitrage. So waiting on that move for AUDUSD. I missed that on the buy, but it's okay. You don't need to get every single trade. I do have my pairs that I look at on a regular basis, but you don't need to get into every single one of your trades because, like I said, I'm already in EU, so it's like trying to get into AU is like, oh, trying to be greedy, yada yada. No, I'm joking. So, gonna start back off with GA. Like I was saying earlier, GA, I'm not really too convinced of me trying to currently. I'm not too convinced of me trying to currently sell it necessarily right now. I mean, I do see this huge bullish impulsive move right here. I do see this bullish move right here, and like I said, I don't like this way how this weekly candle looks, but I really do want to see price come and hit these highs again, and then potentially even give us a little fake out and then drop. That's what I'm really seeing on GU personally. I mean on GA personally, so that's why I'm not even trying to get into it. I do see that prices came over here. It is at this little, I mean, it's not little, but it is at the zone right here, which I really don't care for either. I really just don't, I don't like how GA looked for me personally. You know what I'm saying? This could be very well, if we look at it from this point of view. Take a look. Oops, need to redraw that. But let's just see right here, right? Got that right there. There we go. So this could be very well, if this is just going to just reject off of this could be very well just a break and retest type of thing. But I don't like this zone that I even drew. I like this way better. I like this, the way how this looks way better than the way how that looks. So right now, like I said, I'm just really torn right now. And price never really did break through this structure either. So I'm just, for GA, I'm sitting on my hands for the meantime. Let me just put this minor zone right here. Sitting on my hands, waiting to see what it plays out. On the daily time frame on arbitrage though, and I feel like I just definitely needed to restart my computer before I started, because like I said, I had left it on. But what I am seeing on GA right here on the daily time frame, again, like that zone that little zone that I drew out, price can really respect that because price did call for the buy, although I don't like how the arbitrage looks right here, but it is over the RSI line. And you guys know what I always say, if it's over the RSI line, I'm buying. If it's under, I'm selling. And also on daily time frame, it's over it. 4-hour time frame, it looks like price wants to go and retest the RSI line, so that's still calling for a buy. And I'm pretty sure the 1 hour called for a sell. Yeah, called for a sell over here back at like 4 o'clock yesterday. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just really not feeling the sell that much. I'm really not. And like I said, guys, you see the zone that the little zone that I drew. If price does come indeed over this trend line, then it's definitely, like I said, I want to see those highs, those equal highs on the daily time frame. I want those hit. I want those hit before I decide to get back in to a GA buy. I did get into a previous GA buy, and that was beneficial. Made profits off of that. It was a good 150 plus pips or whatever. I forgot how many pips it was, but it was a good move, right? So let's go on over to EURAUD, which is doing numbers right now. Stop losses at break even. I mean, it would have gone hit yesterday. It worked out. I didn't put my stop loss at break even, so I'm still in the trade, fortunately. But yeah, EA doing numbers. I love it. Loving seeing it. Love seeing it. Want to see what price is going to do at this 78.6 level. Like I mentioned, it did come to the 50 and it's still looking like it's going to drop lower. So again, love seeing that. Let's go on the 1 hour time frame though real quick and see what's good. Okay, so 1 hour time frame. Let's see how many pips were up first of all. I think like it was up 80 pips. Let me see on my phone. Yeah, like 80 pips up on this trade. But let me see what TradingView is saying. Oh wow, 136 pips on here. So I think my position isn't up here. I think it might be a little lower, but still. Oh no, this is wrong account. Hold on. Yeah, or up like about like 100 or something pips up. So I'm taking partials right here because as you guys can see right here, this is a price that price used as a little bit of support previously. So I'm taking my partials profits, especially at this 50% fib, because price can very well just stop right here and then go to the upside. But I doubt that's going to happen. But EA is still doing numbers, so we're still in this trade, and I'm looking to see what it's going to do at 1.63300 for potential continuation to the upside. We'll see how that is. These trades now is on the right. EURGBP, on the other hand, up to this zone right here. I still kind of want to see if it's down over here, the 61.8 off of that point on daily. So yeah, you're move even come down over here. Now I'm having my doubts that price is going to come down here, so I'm just going to go ahead and not be greedy and take most of my profits off of this trade, and then just leave like 10%. Like let's say if I was trading with the like a standard lot size, I'll just leave like a 0.10 running and let it keep running. I mean, we've already eaten a good amount off of this trade with like basically zero drawdown. It just took a long time to play out, but currently, I mean, price is up like 110 pips right now. So I'm just, like I said, for EG, I would love for it to come back down to fill out this gap. I mean, to fill out this wick and then potentially see if it's going to go bullish again. But other than that, I'm still trading that. Let's go on to EURNZD. All right, so EURNZD, as I had mentioned, and look, it came back to my previous entry. That's exactly what I wanted to see. For EURNZD, I had 3 entries on here, right? I had the entry right at where current price is at because it is above this. Let me actually zoom out real quick. Because price is respecting the zone right here. I did get into this position where you see at 1.77546, but I also have buy limits at 0.618 and the 0.78.6 fibs, and this is my stop loss. This is like a third of my trade that I have open right here, and I'm okay with price coming back down because I do think it's going to come down before it goes bullish, if it's going to go bullish, that is. Let's go on over to the arbitrage because that'll give a better insight. Get rid of that. So I obviously don't like how this looks. I mean, it did call for the sell, but I definitely don't like how that looks on the 1 hour. The 4 hour probably looks way better. Let's see. Yeah, that 4 hour is about to call for that sell very shortly. If it closes under here, that is. If it doesn't close under here, then hey, maybe my buy trade that I got into on Sunday would go back in profit. It wasn't profit throughout this, like from Sunday to now. It's just like a couple hours ago that it went into the negative. But yeah, so EURNZD, I'm still not 100% on it right now. I might actually freaking hedge this and sell it while I'm trying to look for my buy positions, to be honest with you. If this calls for that sell, which my alerts haven't been going off, I'm just going to go ahead and set one regardless. And I'm actually going to contact TradingView because, like I said, my alerts aren't going off at all. I don't know if I'm the only one that has that issue. Chris said, "Oh, I don't use alerts, so you know, I don't care." But shorts create, and hey, like I said, I'm not getting alerts, but if it goes off, more power to me. Let's take a look at Mr. Gold. So, like I mentioned last night, gold was calling for that sell, for that buy, and it came and retested the RSI line, rejected off of it. I still think it's going to go bullish, man. Looks good for that. Looks good for that buy. It really does look good for that buy. Still in the buy. Still in the buy from yesterday. Like I mentioned, though, I won't be surprised if price did come back down to my entry and then goes to the upside. That's why I'm not putting my stop loss at break even. I just took partial profits, and I'm not gonna try and put my stop loss at break even because I know that the possibility of it getting hit it does exist. And so if it does come back down here, I'll add another position. But like I said, arbitrage is calling for the buy, and so I don't even have a reason to get out of this trade. There's not one that's showing presently. I'm going to 1 hour actually real quick on arbitrage. Because this might be setting up for a sell. I mean, I know the 15-minute probably is going to call for the sell very shortly. Oh, never mind. This is not calling for a sell. Let me go on the 15-minute real quick, though. Yeah, even the 15-minute is not calling for the sell. Yeah, nothing's calling for the sell. So I don't see any reason for me to even get out of gold at this point in time. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's go on to the S&P. Okay, before I even say anything, I'm upset because, and I'll show you guys this right now. I showed Chris this earlier this morning. This alert, I had set this alert at what time? This is bull crap. It didn't send me this. Chris, you saw it this morning. It did not show it. It was not showing this, that it set that alert. So yeah, arbitrage. I mean, not arbitrage. TradingView is full of it because this short alert, it did not go off at 1:15. I did not get it on my phone or on here. It's bull crap. But I had set an alert for me to get into the sell cycle, alert everybody to get in. I never got it, so fortunately, it is what it is. But let's go on a 1 hour time frame. I'm pretty sure that's setting up for a sell. Yep. So let's try this again. SPX 500, arbitrage, short entry, create. Now, like I mentioned, I was already looking for sells over here. It's just Unfortunate that I didn't get the alert to get in. We could have gone in like at this candle and we could have been in good profits, but we'll wait and see how that plays out, because I still do believe this is going to drop. And it's this, I'm not even going to look at it on, well, here, there you go. Drop down 61.8, push to the upside. That's what I'm expecting off of this trade. That's what I posted yesterday, and I'm still sticking to it unless these highs get broken. If this gets broken to the upside, then hey, this is invalid. But until then, I'm still looking for this. And same thing for the Dow Jones. I'll just go ahead and do it on here. Dow Jones. Bye, baby. Hold on, give me a second. All right. And like I said, likewise with Dow Jones, you guys, it looks literally the same. If this, I'll just go ahead and set the alert for this as well. I'm pretty sure they both will go off like not literally, but very close to at the same time for the sell. So short, create. All right. And that is for the pairs that I look at. I'm not really paying attention to USD Mexican right now. I did get USDZAR as a special request. So I'll go ahead and take a look at that. If anybody else has any other pairs they want me to look at, you can post it in the chat. But if not, then hey, it's all gravy. As it doesn't even want to pop up. I have a better idea. Or I guess not. It doesn't even want to pop up. Let me do this. Maybe if I come over here and it's not on arbitrage, it'll load better. There we go. All right, so let's see what USDZAR is talking about. Ooh, okay. Well, that didn't play out however long I traded that, which was back in August. Okay. So all I'm seeing right now is that obviously it's in a downtrend, right? You can see that it's going in this downtrend. That's an interesting trend line that I drew. It broke here, retested down here, or retested it once over here and then retested it down there. Sometimes that's the reason why I don't like using trend lines, because it's just interesting how they play out. But currently right now, USDZAR is at this zone right here, right? At this zone right here. There's a zone up here that you got to watch out for. It's made a lower low right here. Hasn't broken through the structure. So technically speaking, well, not even technically, it is still in a downtrend. It's going to 4-hour time frame. Hella bullish move. Never got the proper retracement. Have a look. This looks like an M pattern to me, low key, like a double top ish type thing. For it to come back down, possibly. If I were to play this out, what I would do is I would wait for a break and retest of this to take it to the downside. If I were to trade this personally, because I don't like trading M's off of major supports. like how this is right here. So I'd rather wait for the M to be confirmed, push to the downside, retest, and then continuation to the downside on that move. So that's what I would be looking for if I were trading USDZAR. If that didn't happen, then maybe buy where it's at right here. I mean, I do see the bearish engulfing candle, and it's going to be closing in 30 minutes. So, like I said, I do see that, but at the same time, I'm just like, so kind of not feeling that right at this point. Let me go on to here. The 1 hour time, the 1 hour time frame already called for the sell, although it was really sloppy. The 1 hour looks really sloppy for the arbitrage right now. But I do believe that the 4 hour might look better. Oh, I'll go ahead and do that right before I get off, Chris. 4 hour does look like it's gonna be calling for that sell though, so I'll go ahead and set up that alert. So USDZAR, 4 hour time frame, arbitrage, shorts, looks solid. So yeah, just waiting for this alert to go off, and then I'd be like, okay, let's get into the USDZAR trade. And as for gold, Chris, definitely don't want to get out the trade. But like 4 hour time frames calling for a buy, 1 hour time frames calling for the buy, 15-minute time frames calling for a buy. I don't see really any reason to get out at this point. I mean, I do see this rejection that the 4 hour is giving. That's why I said I was taking my partial profits right here. But again, 4 hour is calling for the buy. Go to the 1 hour. That's bullish. As you can see from yesterday, 15-minute time frame. That's bullish as well. So yeah, I don't really see any reason to get out. Awesome. I would have liked a retracement back down to my entry so I can get another entry in. But if I don't get that, I'm totally fine with it. So yeah, and GU 13 pips up. I'm kind of surprised, actually, not gonna lie. But yeah, and then look, we even have a little bullish movement happening on gold. So yeah, I don't really see any reason to get out of gold for the buy for me personally. But like I said, I would have loved for it to go back to my entry so I could add another position and then keep selling it. I mean, keep buying it. So, but yeah, guys, that is it. Is there any other pairs anybody wants me to look at? I'm still looking. Oh, by the way, before I get off of here, USDJPY, nice. No problem, no problem. Glad I can help. Glad I can help. I'm still looking at selling USDJPY. I know I posted it on Sunday, and my stop loss got hit at break even, and also I got back in, and my stop loss got hit again. But I am definitely still looking for this sell. I'm going to actually set this alert so I can get in this when it calls for it. So USDJPY, arbitrage, short, create, and then boom. So yeah, still looking at this, it's still respecting that trend line. And if from what I had entered in, this stop loss didn't get hit, but I had set, like, I try to get back in like right around here, and I set my stop loss pretty like up here. And so still looking at this to potentially sell. It's still at the 78.6. So nothing's really telling me that, hey, it's not going to sell. There's potential for it to still stands. So yeah, I'm back in this trade. Actually, I'm only up like 3 pips up on UJ, and it's currently at my previous entry. So I'm not mad at that. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. And I'll be posting up the recording as soon as I can. Thanks, guys. Later.